welcome, podcast listeners. It is episode number 285 of the Fred Talk podcast. You are here with your host, Mr. BudgetPedalChap. You are joined by Mr. Matt Quine. Say hi, Matt.
Hi, Matt.
Woo! We're joined by someone else as well this week. Who is it? It's Lee.
It's me.
It is.
It'll be very pleasant.
I will be
pleased. You will be pleasant.
You will be
very
pleasant.
pleasured.
Is that a threat? Like, oh, you will be pleasant.
You shall be pleasured
I
by my
can't-
dulcet tones.
I can't promise that I'll be pleasant. I will host the podcast. But
And it'll go from there.
indeed, yeah, that's the best I can offer.
Down, down, down into the deep pits of despair.
Indeed. Right. Let's
Did you like it?
let's podcast like we usually podcast. Let's indulge in our self stuff. Matt, what you been up to this week?
I have been up to the square root of fuck all.
Indeed.
I've not done any guitaring.
No, you did touch a guitar this week, but it was...
I did. I moved my Gretsch, which is my bedroom noodle guitar, out of the way so I could get a mattress into the room. And
What I'm picturing
that's
is
about
like a Fender, the Fender see-through guitars, but they like fill them with Lego and stuff. And I'm picturing one of them, but noodles.
it. No, it's a Gretsch duo. I don't even know
it's
what
your
it is.
Streamliner, isn't it?
It's a streamline. It's basically the shape that Malcolm Young has, but it's red.
Nice.
I can't remember what it's. I think the number is 5222, but obviously that means nothing to most people.
No, that's as good as Ibanez do, that is, isn't it?
Yeah.
We have we have a session musician over at Tonepedia who plays most of the Tonepedia riffs. His name's Mickey Vecno or something along those lines. A fantastic guitarist. And he posted a short up today of him playing the actual Malcolm Young Gretsch, like with the one pickup in.
Yeah.
And he was like, I can't play lead on this because you're not allowed. It would be sacrilege. And then the next one was of like Angus's SG and that Gretsch next to each other. And I was like, oh my God, I bet he's having a great day.
Indeed.
Absolutely.
Iconic tone is those two guitars paired together, isn't it?
Mm.
It's just an iconic tone. We're lucky this week. So the past two episodes, we've mentioned that directly afterwards, a massive musical star has died, and this week
Wasn't the case.
Ozzy has announced
Retired
today.
from.
He's retired, but he's not dead. So that's a thumbs up.
Ozzy's retired a bunch of times, though, hasn't he?
No,
But he's just said he can't get on stage. Like he's been postponing this tour for 4 years now, waiting for him to be able to walk on the stage.
Yeah,
and they've like, seriously, your back is not going to be up to traveling. So and he's just he has to cancel. Like he can still do the odd gig from what his post said, but he can't tour.
yeah. And
Touring's tough.
to be fair, I think it's a good shout because he has not been on top form for some time.
No, not since that accident on the quad bike, was it?
I would probably suggest even earlier than that, but
Yeah, also,
1987.
Which accident on the quad bike? Because I think he's had 2.
Really?
Because I think it's the second one that's kind of done this. But
okay.
I'm pretty sure he had one like 15, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, about 2005-ish, wasn't it? And people were like, fuck, is Ozzy going to die? Of course he's not going to die.
No, he's liquid heroin.
That's it.
I was like, from a quad bike, fucking hell, how many times have I fallen off of a quad bike? He's going to be fine. But
Yeah.
I didn't count it into the fact that he was
fall
like...
For quad bike, he rolled the quad bike on top of himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's a
they're not like-
little bit older than you as well. Just, just a smidge.
This is it. But when it was 2005, I wasn't really considering that. I wasn't really as
aware of your own mortality.
Yeah, and you think everyone's as more immortal as you as well, don't you?
Yeah, you've got the inexperience of youth. Ugh. Yes. I mean, on a slightly lighter note, I was listening to some Black Sabbath this week.
Nice.
Because Alex from Xander Pedals released a video about basically he wanted to give like stoner doom metal a try, like with a couple of his pedals. So he used like the American Geek, the Cranium, and the Terra Firma, I think it was.
Okay.
And like paired them and like stacked them and whatnot. And the opening sound and like the riffs he was doing sounded like a Black Sabbath song, but I couldn't remember for the life of me what the song was.
What was it?
So, I mean, it sent me down a little rabbit hole, but it ended up being a National Acrobat, which like slightly deep cut from Sabbath. And then that got me onto a little spiral of just listening to some Sabbath, and it was fucking awesome. I grew up playing Sabbath. Like Sabbath were one of those bands that once I'd learned how to do power chords and learned how to do pop punk, basically, because that was my initial push into guitar. I was like, I want to play some Blink-182. I want to play some of this pop punk that I like listening to. I learned how to do it.
We were having this chat a couple of weeks ago, weren't we, about like we were talking about John Mayer and some other guitarists, and we were saying like how some guitarists are very good guitarists but very vanilla songwriters, and then you got people like Tony Iommi, who's like this really, he's not the best guitarist in the world, but fuck, can he write a song?
He doesn't have the most amount of fingers as well.
Well, he's got the same amount of fingers, just not the ends of them, not the entire fingers.
Yeah, I mean, dude's doing pretty well considering the fact that he has like 25% of two fingers completely disappeared.
Whenever anyone ever mentions his fingers, I always think of Django Reinhardt because he only had two. And have you heard that fucker play?
Yeah, he shreds like a mofo.
He's all over the place.
He wasn't playing metal, was he?
No, he wasn't. No.
Put a bit of gain on it, you would have been fine.
I mean, he needed to try harder, didn't he?
Yeah, he needed to be in the future a little bit, didn't he? But fucking hell, the guy was just, and same with Les Paul as well. Like, he had all his fingers, but he could play. Jesus.
Oh yeah. Like Les Paul, from our perspective, is the name of a. We know where the origins of the guitar came from, but he's the guy who made the guitar, isn't he? He's the guy who popularized that and like did the studio recording stuff. He's not like the Les Paul session musician, the Les Paul artist. Yeah,
Ford and all that sort of thing. Yeah, I mean, I went down a little bit of a rabbit hole listening to some of his stuff, and I was just like, what? It's just like, he's. And like he started doing all the double tracking and delay and all that sort of thing. It wasn't just the Les Paul he created; it was loads of stuff.
Yeah, he used to play the bass lines, double the speed, and then slow the tape down by half, so that it would drop down an octave. Just like you crazy motherfucker, like playing the bass line twice the speed. But there you go. I mean, that's the crazy genius of the guy. But yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. Iommi, what he lacked in technical ability, he made up for in just riffs that absolutely slap.
And his solos are killer as well. They work.
Well, he does a lot of like studio trickery with his solos, doesn't he? There's a lot of like overlapping, multi-track solos. Which
does my head in when I've got to play him live.
It confused the shit out of me when I was first playing. I'm like, how do I do this? How do I do like two simultaneous things at once?
I've done it where I'm playing it on one string and start playing the other one on another string, but it starts getting really fucking messy. Unless you've got like a hairband around your neck or something, it starts getting really fucking messy. And it's
my hairbands don't stretch that far. My neck's quite I think.
Oh my goodness me.
But yeah, so I mean, Sabbath slap. One thing, like there was this meme, of like Sabbath tunes, and it had like this like evil looking skeleton, and it was like the main riff in Sabbath songs, and then it had like the same skeleton like in a field with like flowers and like a flute, and it says like Black Sabbath breakdowns, and it is fucking spot on because you've got like these absolutely heavy slapping riffs, and then there's do 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 do. You're like, yeah, that is Sabbath.
It's from a kids' TV show.
Yeah,
And we're back to Sabbath again.
yeah, just like I don't know, like 16 bars of just we're going jazz time.
and then it just like slips into Planet Caravan, and you're like,
oh, Planet Caravan's a trip
something
in and
else
of
on.
itself, isn't it?
It's brilliant. I love it. Do you know they were actually going to be called Earth when they first started?
Yeah. They ran with that for a little while, didn't they?
Yeah, I'm glad they changed.
Indeed.
Earth.
And there's already something with that name in there.
Wind and Fire.
Indeed. Yes, exactly that.
Do you see that clip with Dave Grohl recently talking about his drum fills and all his stuff, or his drumming off of off of Nevermind and stuff, and how it's all disco beats? Yeah. And he said the drummer he was emulating all the disco beats turned up at a party of his once, and he walked up to him and went, "Man, I've just got to say, like, I owe you so like big time." And the guy just turned around and went, "Yeah, I know."
Fair play.
Brilliant. Yeah. Oh, it's fucking funny.
Yeah, standard. Right, Lee, what you been up to? Because it's been a little while.
Yeah, I've been busy. We have I been on since Christmas?
I don't think you have. Merry
Sorry,
Christmas and a Happy New Year, Lee.
Yeah, Happy New Year, listeners. I mean, I've spoken to you. I haven't spoken to Matt much other than on MSN.
Yeah, it's all been through
MSN.
MSN. What is this?
How old am I?
2003.
Wow. I mean, tell people that you are fucking old without actually saying you're fucking old, isn't it?
Yeah, I plugged my laptop into the wall and dialed up to get onto my MSN to talk to Lee.
It's a lot of effort. You could have just done it on Messenger.
Jesus. I mean, does that even exist anymore?
No, surely not.
I want to know now, but we'll
I'm sure it does in one format or another. Oh no, didn't they shift it all into Skype?
Yeah.
I have a feeling that when Microsoft bought Skype, they forced all of your MSN into Skype.
Oh, that
you don't know.
messy.
I actually have a typewriter and I type letters and I send them and I post them out to Matt. That's the only way we communicate.
Dearest Matthew.
It has been 9 months since I have heard from you last.
Indeed. So you've done
ghosting you, mate. Fuck off.
Sends a message back. Didn't get your last letter. Sorry.
Yeah, I've been busy. I've been travelling a lot. So went to the UK, see family for Christmas and that sort of thing, which was fantastic. I've up to Stockholm, and when I was in Stockholm, I went and visited some friends who run a little bass orientated company called EBS.
Indeed.
That was good fun. The guys at EBS are really, really cool. I met the guy who started EBS, and that was really nice. Show me through what they've got, talk about what they've coming up, and it was nice. Got to play on some really fancy gear, some like custom shop Fender basses and stuff like that, and did a little bit of business and stuff, and it was fun. Yeah, it was really, really nice. Nice to visit their office.
Nice.
Cool. Loads of like big posters of Billy Sheehan everywhere. Cool. And I actually grabbed some cables because it's CBS obviously, and they do like fantastic cables. But there's they had these really cool MIDI cables where you can like twist the ends. Is it you turn it off? They're around here somewhere. But they had this like proprietary thing, and then another company who they would not tell me who, but like a big company said, "Oh, actually, we've got the patent for that, so you need to cease and desist." But the other company who have the patent for it aren't making the product.
Oh, what?
Yeah, so this great idea, because you know how good the EBS cables are, right? So this great idea you can't actually buy.
Oh, Mother Hubbards.
Yeah, so it was like, I was like, thank you, because I really need these. MIDI cables are a pain in the ass. So, yeah, that was really nice. Spoke to my friends up Strandberg, went for several McDonald's. Yeah, long old drive that was. And on the way home, it fucking snowed so hard all the way home. It was just mental. I've made some videos. We released a video for the Kernham Ridge, which
the Kernham Ridge. Yeah. Tell us what this is.
Have you forgotten? That's like called it.
Of course we had. Of course we have.
So yeah, you're gonna have to go and watch it and see whether I liked it or not.
Because that's the delay pedal, right?
So yeah, it's I won't spoil the video. Go and watch it because it's well worth a watch.
Yeah.
On Monday I released a large questionnaire aimed at getting letting people have their say about what they do and don't like about the pedals and how they are at the moment, because you hear us going on about it here and we all have our very different takes. I'm like, everything needs MIDI. Matt's like, nothing needs MIDI. But
I mean, one of you is correct.
MIDI? Yeah. Yeah. So it asks you not questions just about MIDI. There's a section about that, but like, do you want top mounted jacks?
No.
Yes. What sort of colours is it? You know, all these sort of things. What gets you going on the pedal, and just trying to see what people like. And honestly, it's been quite surprising to see the results. Had a lot of entries so far. It's pinned to the top of Pedalboard's Dome. Go and have a look. I really want to hear from you and see what you think, because your input is absolutely invaluable.
Cool.
Other than that, yeah, we've got some things coming up, but I'm going to be building a MIDI board soon, because I like MIDI, and I've got some new gear from Pirate Audio over in Australia. So I'm going to be making a MIDI board and letting you know all about that gear.
Yar.
And it looks super easy to use as well. It's like it's connected to an app, and you just basically scroll down on the app, to the product. And you click the product, and it does all the shit for you.
Yeah, so, I mean the X-Stomp did a thing like that, didn't it? That had like a bunch of settings for what you were hooking it up to.
The X-Stomp, what that multi pedal that you would do different things.
No, the X-Stomp Air Step Lite.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking. Yeah. Yes, it did, but it was more about controlling things that controlled other things. So, like the pedals that you were controlling, unless they had Bluetooth, or you were connecting straight to them, it wouldn't do that. It worked for like the Wazza Air and stuff like that. That has Bluetooth built into it. And I've also got a product from them which I'll be reviewing soon as well, which is a YouTube Air Step.
Oh yeah. They do like a similar form factor, but like locked to specific products, don't they? Because they do one for the Katanas, they do one for YouTube.
Yeah,
they do. Yeah, they've got a couple. It's really cool.
Yeah. I've got it in here, and I owe them a video on that. So I've told them what I've been up to, and they're like, cool. But yeah, I'll be sorting that out very soon and getting out. Other than that, I've had a couple of other pedals drop on my doorstep just before Christmas or just after from Wampler. I had the Gearbox and the Fuzzstration.
Ooh.
And, let me get the Gearbox out of the way first. Really nice. All right. So Richard mentioned it on the podcast. It's a tumbleless on one side, and it's like a 5150 sort of thing on the other side, and they just pair up really nice. Absolutely love it. Really great pedal, and it just works together really, really nicely. The Fuzzstration caught me completely off guard, and it's one of my new favourite pedals.
Interesting.
Just so mental. It's like really, really aggressive, like almost like Big Muff style, verging on gated fuzz.
Yeah.
and it's got an octave on it as well, and you can switch both on independently. You can switch the order on them and stuff like that, and yeah, it's wicked. It really made me smile so much.
Is it octave up or octave down?
Octave up. I wish it was octave down.
Indeed.
I wish I had the choice.
Yeah. I like octave up more.
Yeah.
Octave down is for losers. Yeah.
I'm just going to shake my head. The listeners know I'm already shaking my head. So
yeah, I mean, yeah, it hasn't stopped for a while. Yeah, I mean, ever since the word MIDI, you were just like, no.
I think other than that, I think that's all of the new stuff that I've had. We spoke about the victory pedals before, didn't we?
We did. In fact, they were mentioned on the guitar stuff of the Annam.
Right, yep.
Indeed.
Yeah, I mean, they are really good. I mean, they're co-made between Martin Kidd and Adrian Ford, but they're going to be fucking good, aren't they?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Right. I should probably mention what I've been up to this week. I have done what I've done. I went to see The Darkness yesterday. Woo! Yeah, they were excellent as ever. It was a double headline gig with The Darkness and Blackstone Cherry.
I thought you were going to say Black Sabbath then.
No, yeah, they just didn't turn up.
You went to see Black Sabbath?
They just didn't turn up.
Supported by The Darkness.
No, it was a double headliner, so they both kind of shared the spotlight. The Darkness was first, and I went to see them. I halfway through the gig, I felt like something hit me in the chest. Looked down, and there was a plectrum. Like, sweet. So I got myself a adjusting plectrum. I was
cool.
I mean, semi assaulted by Justin's plectrum, but it's cool. I'm not pressing charges.
I thought you were going to say you got a semi because you got Justin's plectrum there.
I mean, a little bit from column A, a little bit from column B. But yeah, so I've got a Justin Hawking stage used plectrum, and so did my brother as well. Like we weren't even that close. We were probably about 5 to 7 people back, and we both got plectrums, which was kind of cool. But yeah, we watched the entire Darkness set. We watched a little bit of the Blackstone Cherry set. Like musically, they were very well practiced.
Oh, okay.
They're musically able, but their music was kind of it was very American. I don't know a kind way of saying it. So do a rag on Blackstone Cherry? Yes, I do. Yeah, it was fucking boring. It was just all the same.
Yeah, they've had a couple of good songs, but I can't remember what those songs were. But I remember enjoying them when they came out.
Yeah.
I had to look through their entire Wikipedia page and then listen to like 5 songs to work out which is the one that I remember. Is it Lonely Train?
Yes. So Lonely Train and Blind Man were ones that were on Kerrang. Yeah,
I listened to Blind Man and didn't recognise it at all. But Lonely Train was all over Kerrang when I was about 14.
Yeah.
To When a Blind Man Cries now.
I mean, the fact that they've got like a song called Lonely Train and a song called Blind Man just suggests how generic blues they are. I mean, if they've got a song called like Dang Woman or something, then they've got the trifecta of just blues cliches, aren't they? But it's all very like kind of southern rock, kind of driving maybe like 130-ish BPM, and the entire time it is that.
Yeah, and the riffs are all in drop D, or drop C sharp, and you know they start with an open chord, and then you fret a couple of times, and then go back to the open.
Yeah. Look, you could probably get an AI program to write you a Blackstone Cherry riff, like a song. It'd go, here's opening riff, here's like muted version of opening riff with some chords. Here's like anthemic chorus with just kind of chugged chords. Back to opening riff. Maybe like a cleaner section.
Yeah, they fit into like sort of Creed and Nickelback, and like they're not maybe slightly better than them, but not as good as Stone Sour. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, so it was that. I was listening to it going, I should really like this because it has all of the component parts that I would probably like. But after about 5 songs, I was like, yeah, I've heard this before. Like, this next song sounds like that last song. And, like, they were absolutely ripping the guitars a new asshole. And, like, the guys had a few really cool guitars. Like, the second guitarist, the guy who weren't the singer, he played as a mantis at one point, which was really cool.
They were made not far from where I used to live.
The metal front?
It is the ones with the metal front. And so it was and it sounded really cool. And like his other guitar was this like white PRS with like gold hardware. So it was kind of had the look. And the other guy had like a Les Paul and then had like it looked a bit like a Chapman, I'll be honest. It was like a Telecaster with an upside down headstock. It was all fine. Like there was some cool guitar harmonies at one point, but it was just all very samey. So we ended up going early so that we didn't get stuck in the traffic.
One of the jam nights we used to go to, every week they would open with the same song, and it isn't a song that you'd expect it to be. It was Chasing Cars.
Oh dear.
I know.
Oh, no, please don't tell me they did the full 5 minutes and it was just some twat and an acoustic guitar.
No, sometimes it was a guy on an acoustic guitar. It were good musicians playing it, but fuck me, it was the same song every week.
I mean, both the bands that I'm in have done that, so I'm an absolute hypocrite. But it's so boring. It's so because I remember there was when that first came out. Well, probably about a year after it came out, BBC Radio 2 listeners voted it the greatest song of all time.
I mean, it's a stretch to
I
even
think
say
it was because it was the only song they could remember because it was so fucking overplayed.
It is difficult to say it's the greatest of anything, isn't it? Like greatest song of that week.
The guy who ran the jam, his girlfriend, it was her favourite song. It's like, so?
Oh, hey! Let's not like downplay that guy's game there. He did that. He did that, and he got things right. So yeah, I went to a gig. That doesn't happen every week. I did a video about the TC Cinders, the TC Electronic Cinders.
Good.
Thank you. It was a pedal that, like, ever since it came out, ever since they first announced that, like, big box Behringer clone line, I thought, you know what, I'd really like to try that one, and just never got round to it. And then some guy was selling one pretty reasonable price, so I went, yeah, why not? I'll buy it. So I got that maybe like 2 weeks ago, and I bumped it up my list because I was thinking, like, these TC pedals have done all right on my channel, and every one of them so far I have been really impressed with. So I'm going to kind of rush it up the list a bit, and it did not disappoint.
It didn't sound like a blues driver to me, though.
No, it had a bit more
open.
Yeah, so I think it had a bit more kind of like top end content. So it had like a bit more bite. Because the blues drivers can be a bit smoother when you drop the tone down a bit.
Yeah, and they're more distortiony towards the top end, whereas this, I want to say transparent, but I don't want to be a cunt. So,
you know, carry on. You do you.
Yeah, no, I want to say transparent, but
no, it definitely had that kind of quality to it, didn't it? So you could say it's the kind of middle ground between a blues driver and a clon. And you're kind of talking the right territory there. I was really impressed with it. It's a take on on a style of pedal that I've got a fair few of anyway. But it does something different than those. So like really good.
Much better than a tube screamer. Way better than a tube screamer.
Well. So the end of this week, we've got a tube screamer shootout.
Oh, great.
So, I mean, as you know, I've got like
I've got 900 pedals all in one shootout.
Yeah. So no, it's the No Talk or Tone versus. So it's like a one-on-one. But I'm going in for this week the K-Line Green Mamba because it's quite again like an open sounding tube screamer. It's not got the big compression. It's not quite as mid forced. There's mid range content there, but it's not quite mid forced. And I'm versing that against the Joyo tube screamer because people like herald
probably
that
the same pedal.
They are. They definitely are not.
No, I don't think the K-Line stuff is actually ripped off. I think it's I think all the K-Line stuff that we've been looking at sounds pretty unique to me.
Yeah. Like you can hear that it's got origins within certain areas, like for example the Orca chorus definitely kind of points towards that CE2 sound.
I mean, if you're going to point towards a chorus, that's the one to point towards.
Absolutely. Yeah. And like the distortion, it's kind of got like it's got the heritage in maybe something like the MI Crunchbox, but it's not quite as not quite as squishy.
What was that called?
The Tiger Eye.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that's the only one out of them that I didn't really like that much.
I really liked it. I thought it sounded very, very good.
Work with my amps. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I was doing it with single coils, and it sounded fantastic with that. Like both me and Josh have really enjoyed that one. But yeah, like the shootout this week is basically like the tube screamer, which everyone says to go to if you're looking for a tube screamer on a budget, and then this new K-Line one, which I think actually could probably be the overdrive that I would suggest to people if you were looking for something not quite as like extremely tube screamery. If you wanted an overdrive that doesn't have that huge kind of compression and mid-range push. So we will see. We will see.
Do you remember that we did a Pedal World Cup 3 years ago?
You made a post about that a couple of days ago, didn't you?
I'm just thinking, instead of doing a Pedal World Cup,
tube screamer,
should we do a Tube Screamer World Cup?
Fuck, I think I'd want to die. Oh my God.
Kill me now. That would be the best. That would literally be the best.
The most difficult thing is working out which 32 tube screamers to put into the group stages.
I mean, you could do that entirely made out of Ibanez tube screamers.
No, you do it like a real world. You do it like a real World Cup where you have like qualifications from different. So like Asia gets some, and Europe gets some, and the US gets some. And they all have to qualify to get into the final 32.
Do you know what? I hate football, and I think I'd rather watch football than that.
I mean, honestly. There's only one way to find the ultimate tube screamer, though, isn't there? And it's the Tube Screamer World Cup. So... oh, shit.
Actually, if you go to Tonepedia, you can compare shit tons. That's a metric shit ton. Sorry, people.
I mean, we could use that. We could use that as the.
You could use that to work out which one to vote for. Absolutely, but you'd still need to work out if that one's better than that one, and that one's better than that one, then those two go against each other, and then that one's better than that one, and you still need to have the World Cup. You just use the Tonepedia thing to make your decisions.
Oh, that'd be great. We could do like live streams where we go like we have the Tonepedia player up, and we do like the shootouts on there and get live feedback on it.
Listeners.
I think we've just struck gold here.
All I've done is enabled them.
You have.
Oh man, and then on the final live stream, the final two, like two people need to be doing the live stream, and each one of them is buying one of them, and they're both playing it into a Marshall with a Strat.
Yes,
and you're just working.
Yes,
not it. Just work out which is the best.
Indeed,
from the live stream.
Indeed, yeah, like a live pedal shootout demo final. I love this idea.
I would love to do another Pedal World Cup, but I would like to do it on more modern pedals, say pedals that were made since year 2000. So that's like not modern, but it's like the last 23 years.
Yeah.
So you're going for best pedals, or I mean, you could do it that way, or you could do like best pedals rather than most iconic. Because I think last time,
it was the first one we went for the iconic,
the history rather than.
I think we get the people in the group to vote on which pedals we should put in.
We do. We don't do it this year though, because like you said, I did put up a post about this, and I got a resounding "Oh, for fuck's sake, not yet" back. So, like, there was comments basically.
A pedal European Championships, a pair of pedal American Championships.
I mean, we should probably have a pedal FA Cup, shouldn't we? Going on, like a constant pedal FA Cup. Oh, brilliant! Lee's loving this. Right, let's segue onto our hot take, because I mean, if this isn't a hot take enough, so last week we had Josh's tepid hot take, which was the movie soundtrack production is better than albums, and I think if you thought about the question the way that we talked about it on the podcast. Like, better is a subjective term, isn't it? It's not definitive. But people didn't say that. Like, people took it fucking literally and went, yes, of course the production value is better because they've got bigger budgets. So 75% of the people say movie soundtracks slap. And, I mean, I can't argue with that. Like, The Lion King has got an absolutely wicked soundtrack. So, you know. I mean,
if you say so.
Are you arguing that The Lion King doesn't like just?
I'm arguing that The Lion King is the most overrated film and soundtrack of all time.
Oh,
and I've seen Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. Right. So, our hot take this week is not courtesy of any of us. Just disclaimer from here right now. Not
like the one I put forward.
I didn't read the one that you've put forward. The one that we've got is Robbie Valentine. Robbie Valentine. That is Robbie Valentine, as in the day that he's coming up. He said, Fuzz are trash tier effects. So fuzz pedals are trash tier effects.
Does that include octave fuzzes?
Especially octave fuzzes. Discuss. So... What are we saying?
How are you defining effects? Because if you're just saying it's a trash sound, then
that's the point.
Clearly wrong. But as an effect, it trashes the original signal.
Oh yeah, look, it completely fucks up your it blasts your signal, doesn't it?
Yeah, it takes your signal and it makes it not your signal anymore.
Yeah,
and also like in terms of like. If you were to try and explain sound like pedal sounds to somebody who doesn't play guitar, potentially doesn't particularly listen to guitar music, I imagine they wouldn't like how you described a fuzz, but they'd say, "What's the point in a fuzz?" They'd say, "What's the point in a like overdrive?" I think you could probably get away with. Like delay, obviously, reverb, chorus, like all the modulations are quite easy to explain. But if you say to somebody, what it does is it takes your guitar and it makes it as not the original signal as possible.
Yeah, it renders any of the subtle nuance completely useless.
Absolutely,
yeah. Like it makes a guitar with single coils sound like a Les Paul with EMGs in it. They sound exactly the same.
Like I had a mate over a couple of weeks. In fact, it was just before Christmas. He's a bass player, really nice, decent bass player, and He went, come on then, like, talk me through effects, because he's not really got into effects before. And I was like, all right then, okay. So I started going to this, like, I was going way too deep into it. And I was like, okay, first we're going to start with fuzzes.
Whoa.
You know,
on by.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like, I pulled out a load of fuzzes, and he was like, why would you want to sound like that? And I was like, but let me show you this. And then I put it with some delay and a bit of compression and these sort of things. And then suddenly we had this wonderful cacophony of like beautiful sounds coming from around us, especially with like the dual delays and stuff. And it was like,
yeah, the penny
now
drop
I get
moment.
it. But if I want to play devil's advocate, because someone's going to have to, Fuzz was the first effect, right? Other than like the almond tremolo, right? Okay, and reverb that was built into amps. But the first like main effect pedal that we all call like Genesis was like the fuzzes, and we're all still trying to sound like that. But tones have been refined over the years. So if we're looking at fuzzes that like come out, modern fuzzes that are like a bit more refined and this, that, and the other, you know, it's cool. But if we're still trying to sound like the Fox Tone Machine, which literally does sound like Velcro, maybe it is a bit like, hang on a minute, why are we still chasing this like 3 transistor, 2 transistor, 1 transistor, fucking 5 component circuit?
Yeah, I think like the point that Matt had touched upon with it, like rendering your guitar sound to be the least like your original guitar sound, is part of why Fuzz is like the least, like one of the least usable in a lot of applications, because
it's distortion. So like the Metal Zone and stuff like that.
No, but like with the Metal Zone, you can get away with playing chords to a certain degree. Like you can still get the
synth pedal does exactly the same. It makes you not sound like a guitar.
Yeah,
but, which is why it's a trash tier effect.
I mean, yeah, probably also fall in there. But what I'm saying is, like, you get enough note separation that like you can get away with chords on a Metal Zone. You can definitely get away with like more nuanced chords on overdrive. When you get to fuzz, a lot of the time people are saying you're playing single note riffs with this, or just power chords, because anything more complex than that just gets lost in the mush.
Yeah, you're not going to play like a minor ninth, are you? Because you're not going to. What you're going to hear is the root note, maybe the fifth, and a lot of bzzz around it.
Yeah,
yeah. I would suggest that more classic rock songs that you know and love were, if they use pedals, were using fuzz pedals than any other type of pedal.
Oh yeah, because they used the volume pedal and cranked it down a little bit and turned that fuzz into an overdrive pedal, and it sounded glorious.
You can do that with fuzzes. Just use your guitar volume.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, and I think, like, going back to the original question, I would also suggest that the person who has issued the question hasn't played the right fuzz pedal, because I would have had a very similar opinion had I only tried the Fuzz from Tone City, which, like, I wasn't really into the sound of fuzz anyway, and that was the first fuzz I bought, and it's fucking awful.
Yeah, it's like loosely based on the Fox Tone Machine, isn't it? But it's with the octave always on.
No, you can turn the octave is on a toggle switch.
Oh, is it?
But, like, I mean, to be honest with you, I couldn't tell the difference between the toggle switch up and the toggle switch down half the time, because it was just a noisy heap of shit.
It's not the fuzz pedal to start with.
No,
yeah, and like I should have started with a big muff or something that's based on the fuzz face of some sort of variety.
Yeah.
And I didn't, and that was on me. And then about 3 years later, I bought a Tate FX Raise the Dead because everyone was raving about it. And now I understand fuzz.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what Stuart's done is kind of like taking the guesswork out of it, as we've discussed many times, by taking
he's
the game
found
control.
the best, and that's he's found the best sound within a fuzz face.
I mean, he didn't find it; it was well established.
Okay, no, and he's obviously there's different values in the pedal rather than like it's not exactly a clone, but it is that kind of thing. He's taken away the issue with the fuzz face, which is you have to put it first in the chain. So he's got rid of that. He has programmed in the best sound for it, and all you have to do is turn it up or down depending on how loud you want it. Yeah. And it's taken all the hassle out of it. So it's a far better. Like, I know it's not an entry level fuzz for the price. It's not like ridiculous price, but it sits in that kind of 150 quid-ish range, I think.
Yeah.
And like, it's the perfect kind of intro to a good fuzz sound, and it's not something that you're going to then have to, like, if you were to go for an intro for a Tube Screamer, you buy the Joyo Vintage Overdrive, and then if you want a refined Tube Screamer sound, you've got to go out there and buy another one, whereas with the Raise the Dead, you buy a fuzz pedal, you go, actually, fuzz is great, and actually this can work on a board.
Yeah.
The trouble with circuits like the fuzz face is my first experience with a fuzz face style thing was playing around with it, thinking, okay, this sounds shit. What's going on here? So this still sounds shit. Didn't get a good tone until I turned the gain all the way up, and then but then peer pressure overcame me, and I'm like, hang on a minute, turning controls to their maximum is really frowned upon. So although this sounds good, it's not allowed. I'm not allowed to have this setting.
Yeah, and the other thing, so I got during lockdown, I got one of Stuart's, I can't remember whether it was I think it was a germanium fuzz face. And the reason I sold it was because with that original circuit, it couldn't run on a board for me because you have to crank it to get it to sound great, which means your volume jumps 4, 5, 6 times, and you can't, I can't, be in a band mix and then jump to 6 times the volume because it ruins the mix.
Yeah, I remember I was talking to Lee Harris, who we've had on the podcast before, who plays in Source Full of Secrets, very good guitarist, and he, we were talking about fuzzes and germanium fuzzes, and he was like, why do people go on about them? They're weaker and they fuck about in the different weather conditions. You can't tour them. I don't understand why, fuck germanium fuzzes. Why is everyone obsessed with this rubbish?
I think it's because, a lot of those early pedals were germanium, and, a lot of people are after that sound that they used to listen to. And
yeah, I mean, you can get some absolutely fantastic sounds out of germanium transistors.
Yeah, but it's
just rubbish.
Consistency
to deal
is
with.
difficult. Yeah.
I mean, you need a germanium fuzz face with a built-in heater, so that it like a thermostat
keeps it at 17 degrees C at all time.
Yeah, so
it's got air conditioning built inside the box.
Benson have a pedal that does that. It maintains the heat for the transistors and keeps them at the right temperature.
There you go. So they've solved the problem. So I think we've given some good reasons for. We've given some good reasons against. There are things to think about there, and you can make up your own mind as to whether you think that fuzz pedals are a trash tier effect. I think I know where this one's going based on our audience.
Yeah,
but there we go.
I want to talk about another hot take that we had that I was mentioned on, because when I was listening back to the podcast, I was like, oh my god. Where the guy was like, who the fuck is this Lee Alexander guy anyway? Why do we give a shit about what his opinions are? And all I did was reshare something that I wasn't even involved in. I was like, what are you going on about? Leave me alone.
It was
I mean, to be fair, that wasn't your fault. What the fault there was, somebody made a poll and didn't limit the options to just the ones that they created.
That's funny.
Indeed.
However, it was the Dimebag one, wasn't it? It was the Pantera
hilarity
one.
ensued, and I have no regrets. It was excellent. I loved the fact that you were getting flack for for something that you weren't even a part of.
Honestly, I thought it was brilliant.
It was absolutely like a fantastic bit of internet. That was really interesting slice. So there you go. There will be a poll. Hopefully that you will only get the choice of 2 poll options if I do it correctly, and it will be fuzz pedals are
Lee
trash.
says fuzz
effects.
pedals are shit. What do you think?
Oh dear, that's so very tempting to do.
I won't share it. I was going to talk a little bit earlier about some lessons I've been doing and songwriting stuff, but we've also got some really quite deep news to go through as well. So
yeah, I'll tell you what
do you want to do?
Save the songwriting stuff for the page. We'll talk about it in the page, and we'll talk about. We've got 3 bits of news, and I kind of want to mention them all.
Well, let's do the victory stuff because
we'll do the victory stuff. We'll
researched all that.
The Black Star stuff's gonna be like delayed for another week, isn't it?
Black Star.
Yeah.
Black Star don't make delays.
I mean, there is a delay in this unit.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's talk about the victories. Go on.
Okay, so our friends over at Victory have released. They've updated the sheriff range, and let me go through the notes. And what we'll do is we'll go through the notes, and you guys just chime in if you've got anything to talk about it. So it used to be the Sheriff 22 and the 44. Now that is the Sheriff 25. And the 25 is just 25 watts. It doesn't have a low power mode. It's got a 12AX7 and an EL86, which sounds a lot like an EL84. And it can be changed, I think, for an EL88. But it's and then you've got a 100-watt version that's got 30-watt mode, and on 100, so put on the 100, you've got a 12AX7 and an EL34s, but you can switch the valves around for things like KT77s and so on, but you can also switch them for things like 6L6s with a little bit of jiggery pokery, and there's like biasing lights on the back and that sort of thing. So that's quite interesting to be able to have an amp that you can do these sort of things with. The old Sheriffs used to have 2 inputs, which, because the old Sheriffs were based on an old 70s Marshall that Martin really liked. Now, this now has a single input, but it has 2 channels. So you've got 2 channels on both of them. Yeah. You've got a shared EQ for the 2 channels. And you have 2 gains and 2 master volumes, and we'll come back to that in a minute. On the 100-watt version, you've also got 2 voices on each channel. So you've got like a low and a high gain on both of the clean channel and the dirty channel. Let's call them that for argument's sake. Now, this is where it starts getting a little bit interesting, because one of the tricks that this has up its sleeve, which I've never seen done before, it might have been, but I've never seen it done before, is usually you have gain 1 is linked to master volume 1 and gain 2 is linked to master volume 2, and you can have that on these. But there's a switch on the back. If you switch it, it detaches them from each other. So master volume 1 and master volume 2 can apply to both gain 1 and gain 2. So that effectively gives you a boost channel on each channel, giving you 4 different channels. Then on the 100-watt versions, the two switchable voices are also foot switchable as well, which then gives you 8 different channels. So
yes,
that's
ultimate
really
switching up. Yeah. So it's very much a refinement of the. So they've taken the classic Marshall sound, like you mentioned. They've got the second channel, which is
hot rodded.
Yeah, you kind of 80s Marshall kind of tone.
Yeah, it's really high gain. It's very, very high gain Marshall.
Yeah, so I mean, you've almost got like the two kinds of markets for Marshall amps there, haven't you? So it's kind of doing the span of the Marshall tones that you would expect to get.
Yeah.
And then you've got the added switchability, with added boosty goodness.
Yeah, I mean, it's really treading on the toes of the JVM, but it sounds more refined than the JVM. And it can come in a smaller thing. So the 100 watt comes in two different sizes. One's for like a normal 4x12, so it will sit on top of a normal 4x12 looking normal, like the right size. But if you imagine like a 2x12 standing sideways, the other one would fit on top of that. And they're exactly the same amp, but in two different cases.
Yeah, you've got like a smaller and a bigger box version.
Yeah, and there's only £100 difference on them. The 25...
Matt would be really interested to know that these are in wood.
Yeah. Yes, these ones are in wooden boxes, but the 25 is still in a tin can.
Well, you've got the 25, and then you've got the 25 combo, which is in a wooden box with a speaker.
Box.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. The speaker in the combo is a Celestion G75 Heritage.
Yeah.
They've moved the effects loop as well. There was an issue on the old ones that when you change the channel, like obviously going from one jack into the other, the effects loop would sound different. So they've moved it now so it's more consistent. And then you've got some other little bits and pieces that were brought over from like the Super Kraken and stuff like that. So you've got a bass focus switch. You got a presence control on all the amps, but on the 100 watt ones on the back, you've got like a refining knob for the presence, so you can like basically shift the exact placement of it in the EQ range. So that's pretty cool. We, at first glance, I think like everyone else, at first glance we thought, oh, okay, they've just like upped the voltage on the, the wattage on the amps, but looking at it in detail, there's a lot of change on it.
Yeah, they've made a lot of refinements. And I think like we were talking on the Patreon a couple of weeks ago about what we wanted Marshall to be doing like going forward into the future. And this pretty much answers a fair amount of that.
Yeah.
So and like the fact that you've now got like a hot rod sound and a more vintage 70s sound, but in the same amp.
Yeah.
Like Marshall need to do something like that, and they don't. They have like, their JVM. It's just like a clean channel and a crunch channel and a lead channel.
No, it's four channels on.
Yeah, but still, like it's pretty much. They're not voiced different, or they're not voiced very differently. There's like, I'm pretty sure two of them are voiced similar. Like none of them are voiced like one classic, one a bit more hot rodded.
Yeah,
like this is something that Marshall have the capability to do. Go, do you know what? We've got a 70s circuit, and we've also got our like hot rodded 80s circuits. They could put those into an amp the same as Victory have. They've got the capability of making amps like this, but they never seem to.
I think they did it. I think they did it about 10 years ago, but it weren't switchable. It was a blend between the two. It was the vintage modern, which Paul Gilbert was championing for a while, and you had like a really fire-breathing modded sound, and then you'd had like the more vintage sound. And I think it was just like a blend control between these two circuits. It was a lot more simplified than, because it looked just like a classic Plexi. It has like one row of knobs, but then it had this kind of blend control. So I mean,
I would have a JVM. I would happily have a JVM. I think they're killer amps.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm gassing over these. I'm gassing over the Super Kraken at the moment. Super Kraken, Super Sheriff at the moment. Super Sheriff.
Yeah, the Super Sheriff is the 100 one, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm looking at that and liking it a lot. A lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's a serious wedge of cash to drop, but it's like it's featured in a way that, yes, it's probably worth it.
I mean, if you compare it to the Friedmans and like the Soldanos and stuff, it's cheap.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like from my perspective,
as BudgetPedalChap.
Yeah. Like the kind of stuff I'd be aiming towards would be that like budget Marshall stuff, like the £600-700 mark. But like, feasibly, I could probably push to the 25, and that would do me. I think like 25 watts would be fine. I'll gig with a 30 watt amp, and I never use a full 30 watts of it. So
yeah, interestingly, the 100 watt ones do drop down to 30 watts as well. So like, if you get one of them, you're able to gig it basically anywhere.
I mean, I ain't got time for that. Bringing a 100 watt head and a 412 cab to then use 30 watts of it.
You get away with the mini one and a 212.
Yeah, I'd go for the combo. I'd just go for the combo. Just simple.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I wouldn't blame you. I've never really liked 1x12, so I've always find them sounding really boxy, but I'd like to hear this.
Yeah, I've never had any issues. We're pretty much at the end of a podcast now, I reckon. We're pretty much at the end of the podcast. We're going to mention a couple of things on the page. We're going to talk about Lee's songwriting adventures. I think we might also talk about a few little guitar leaks that have come out recently. But
I thought we were going to talk about the carrots and the onions. Should have saved the shit joke for later. Sorry.
Indeed. Yeah. I mean, the important part of having a shit joke is that it's a joke.
Yeah, did we mention that our good friend Joe Branton has ripped off our shit joke feature?
Indeed. He's put it at the start of the podcast, so...
he's trying to drive the listeners away rather than...
Yeah.
I'm going to listen to it because I don't really listen to it anymore, but I'm going to see if he's going to the end of our podcast and nicking them from us. And regurgitating.
That would be a crafty move, wouldn't it?
I mean, there's only so many dad jokes. There's only so many dad jokes out there.
I wouldn't even be mad. But like, as long as he's rebranded it like we've done with the guitar stuff of the Anno.
Rebranding them.
Yeah. Like the excrement humour rather than the shit joke or something. I'm happy with it. You go ahead, Branton. Right, so we're going to extend a massive thank you to our listeners. We're going to extend an even massive thank you to our Patreon backers because you keep the lights on. And, I mean, times is good. I've got 2 lights on now, so you are keeping me in the lavish lifestyle that I'm accustomed to.
We may, and this is news for everyone, including you two, we may have a special guest next week.
Woo! Yeah. Nice. I mean, we need to get on recording 2 podcasts in 1 week at some point. So
you've got like 3 weeks for that.
We don't. We've got 2 weeks.
This week is one of them. This week is one of them,
and I've got to edit it as well. So we definitely don't have 3 weeks. But yeah,
okay, cool. I didn't know that.
Oh, cool. Right, yeah. Cool. So our Patreon back. I've not written them down. Oh no. I know who these people are. Apparently I don't.
You just write it on the back page and then just always skip to the back page.
I know who they are anyway. Why am I looking in the thing? So we've got Mr. Andrew Bimpson of Rising of the Lights. We have got Mr. Doug Christ of 37 Effects, of Masters of the Cinematic Universe, and of the Just Surprise Me podcast. We have got Mr. Hugh G-Rection. We have got Mr. Ben Fletcher of Fletcher Pickups. We've got Mr. Brian Gower of the Tone Jerks podcast and the Second Button podcast. And he's now doing a 3rd podcast, something about trains. I don't know. I just don't know. I can't keep up. So, Brian, just let me know. Just like message me or something with the name of it and I'll share it out. And then finally, we've got Mr. Ross Philpotts. Booyah. So if you want to catch me online, I am Mr. BudgetPedalChap. You find me Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. YouTube is the home to the No Talk All Tone series, which this week featured the Cinders by TC Electronic and a Tube Screamer shootout. Pew, 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 pew. Lee, where can we find you?
You just shot me, man.
I did.
You can catch me on Pedalboard's Dame on Facebook. Obviously, we've got a Facebook page, but don't go there. You can catch us on Instagram. You can catch us on TikTok and Instagram. I said that already, didn't I? And obviously YouTube and Instagram.
Did you mention that you can find us on Instagram?
Are we on Instagram?
We may very well be. Where can we find? It's at Pedalboards of Doom, isn't it? And Matt, where can we find you?
Twitter and Instagram at heel_MattQ.
Yes, we can. Right. So from myself, Mr. Budget Pedal Chap. From Lee Padabadababadoo.
Yo.
From Mr. Mac Wine. Say bye, Matt.
Bye, Matt.
Way. It will be a tatty bye. And good night. Bye. Auf Wiedersehen. I fell asleep at a party and someone put a tea bag in my mouth. I went mental. No one treats me like a mug.
Oh dear.